video, I'm going to be teaching you how to find product market fit as a SaaS owner and generate millions of dollars from this. So let's first talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? So looking at this is more so on an evolutionary basis of what people look for in life in terms of importance, right? So at the bottom, and I'll relate to this later on, but first we have to understand how people function nowadays, right? Because at the bottom is what you need to have in order to survive. So you need shelter, you need food, you need water, you need clothing for the winters. You want to reproduce your gene so your genes can live on, right? And then after that comes with safety needs. Do I have a job? Do I have my health? Do I have property? Do I have personal security? And then a little bit above that is the friendship, intimacy, family, sense of connection. And then above that is the esteem, respect, strength, freedom. And then at the very top, it's about the life's purpose, right? But the thing is, if we don't have the bottom psychological needs, none of anything else actually matters, because this is what we need for survival. So what does that even translate to in the SaaS world? Like, why are we talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs? So coming into this is my Norman's hierarchy of SaaS, right? So I created this and I put it on the stage of most important to least important. So going from the most important SaaS feature or SaaS payout to the customer is revenue, leads, appointments, and reduced costs. So how can we generate a company that uses our product more revenue? How do we get them more leads, which leads to more appointments and more revenue? How do we save them money on their end so they don't have to hire this other employee? With the age of AI, you could probably create an AI agent that reduce costs across the entire board, because that AI can do the jobs of 3 or 4 people, right? So the main thing that businesses want is more revenue. After that, the second most important is time, automations, or systems. Let's say something is broken. For example, they're spending a lot of time filling out this Google spreadsheet manually, right? It could be reduced costs, but let's just say it's time, because they can trade their time for more money, but revenue is still more important than that, right? And then number 3 is the convenience. It's nice to haves. So let's say it's a software to edit this video. It's a nice to have, but the more important part is the software to actually record the video so it can generate revenue, right? So nice to have is something that it's nice to have, but they don't really need it to survive. And that really goes back into like love and belonging, esteem, self-actualization, and revenue more so correlates with the psychological needs, right? If you don't have food, you don't have water, you're going to die. At the very top is the cool tech, AI, blockchain, VC buzzwords. So no company should ever create a software just because what is popular in the marketplace in terms of raising capital. With AI, blockchain, whatever other VC buzzwords there are, but your SaaS has to solve a problem. In the problem, the more close it is to Norman's hierarchy of SaaS bottom, the more likely you can actually sell the software, because it has a direct correlation with the revenue that the business that uses your software is going to generate. So even your sales call, your main goal is to sell them on how this can take them from 5 clients per day to 10 clients per day, right? The entire demo call should be based on you telling them that this will generate them more revenue. And with Hyros, with Instantly AI, all these softwares that have been big on YouTube have all been softwares that lead to direct revenue generation. Instantly generates more leads, gets more appointments, and then gets more revenue. Hyros reduced costs, also generates more leads, more tracking that feeds back to a Facebook pixel that gets you more leads, and it reduces costs generally, right? And gives you better tracking and more leads. So this is what you need to do on how you should pitch prospects. So you need to sell the vacation, not the journey. And demo calls aren't made to demo products. It's used to dive deeper into the prospect's pain points. So whenever you actually go into a demo call, the most important part is actually the prospecting part, because the prospecting is where we find out the pain points of the prospect and actually try to link our software to their goals, right? It's like, where are they now? What have they tried? Where are they trying to go? The past, present, and future. That's what we need to focus on. The past is to bring up the pain points. The present is to see what solutions they've exhausted. And then the future is to tie back our current software solutions to their goals, right? So they can have a direct link of our software, installing our software into their systems, and they having this goal of reaching a certain revenue. So in the call, you have to be constantly mentioning, do you see how this can get you to 10 clients per month? Do you see how this can get you to 20 hours saved per week? Do you see how this, you just have to constantly be mentioning their end result, the vacation. So, and for the most part, I don't really give a fuck if the SaaS solution is decentralized or on the blockchain or utilizes AI if it doesn't solve the problem, right? I know when AI first came out, it was pretty shit. So nowadays, AI is pretty good, but still hallucinates sometimes. So as long as it solves a problem, a business owner will pay for it. So we just need to find those problems that business owners will pay for. And thing is, when trying to find product market fit, your main point of a demo call is to just have the prospect rant. They should be talking more than you do. So, Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, if you had a solution like XYZ, what would that mean for your business? And questions to ask would be like, what would be considered a win for you if you use the software? And then what is your goal 6 to 12 months down the line? And then you use the answers gathered from the prospecting as ammo, right? So whenever you finish your prospecting, you know the pain points, you know exactly how you're going to pitch your prospect. You shouldn't even exit the prospecting questions without knowing what your prospect's pain points are, right? Don't even do the demo call at all, right? Because you don't even know what you're trying to solve. So you should be using it as ammo. So one thing during the demo call is saying that so you can't get to that XYZ mark, using the software so you can't get to that XYZ mark. And then have them pay something before the call ends. This is very important because a lot of people, they say they're going to do it, they might do it, they're going to talk to their wife, they're going to talk to their spouse, which I can make another video on objection handling, but have them pay even a small deposit, so that way, refundable deposit, so that way they're more so committed to starting up your software, right? And after that, re-nurture with email. So in the email sequences, you should have case studies of people using your software and it generating a lot of revenue. You should be linking your YouTube videos, which you should constantly be creating content just like this. Load up a Loom, record, add a thumbnail, and just post it, right? Because this is the content you can use in your emails. And that separates yourself from the competition because all the big companies, they do have content. Like, why did HubSpot acquire the first million? Now it's more so of a content game. Whoever has the best brand, whoever has the best content is going to get all the customers in the market. If nobody knows about you, you're not going to be heard. So content is very important, and re-nurturing them with email is also going to get them acclimated to your software and your content. And like I said before, have them pay something before the call ends, even if you don't have product market fit. So if it's a new feature, maybe you could say, this is coming out next month. Would you be open to joining our waiting list? And then pitch them the price. And then you should always be closing, right? You should always, worst case, you could just refund the client if you can't get this feature out. But you should always try to collect something because I've seen a lot of SaaS owners, they start SaaS and they say, oh, this client wanted this feature, right? So I'm going to add it and I'm going to go back to him and collect the cash. But in reality, what happens is you go back to the client and they kind of ghost you. They don't really care about the feature you got. Because if they're if it's such a big pain point where they put down money before the product is even done or before product market fit is even found, that's a gold mine. They're willing to pay whatever to solve that problem. So that's what's very important. And this is the end of this video about how to find product market fit, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, Norman's hierarchy of SaaS. And if you want more content like this, I'm going to drop some mini courses in my free school community. So I'll attach a link down below where you can join that school community and you'll get exclusive content regarding how to grow your SaaS company. Leave a comment if this helps and share this with your SaaS owner friends. And I'll see you in the next video.